Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty just launched a $100 million mental health initiative. Cool, that takes care of me. What do you got for anybody else? Sesame Place reopened on July 24th with added safety precautions like everybody will stay away from Big Bird. He just finished migrating from Florida. For the desk, I'm Dan Laitman. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. I'll see you next week.
Adam!
Whoa! All the biceps. Look at all those biceps.
So you just went full-on shirtless. That was a hard left turn.
Yeah.
Shirtless dude in his living room.
You're the first guest that we've had take clothing off after the pre-show call, man.
Yeah, I did. I did the pre-call with the tank top, and now I got the tank top to just go completely shirtless.
I want to believe you have no tube top. I thought maybe you have a tube top on.
I do. Honestly, if I could rock those, I would. I should, because I should do that. I would.
It's a decent look.
Well, you're just you're fully embracing the quarantine. Is that it, man? Full natural. Don't need to go out. Don't need to get dressed.
Dude, it's just like I don't want to. I'm trying to do less laundry, so less t-shirts. You know.
It's pretty hard.
So, and then, I'm just embracing the quarantine. I've been going to the beach a lot. I did a little lemon juice in my hair. It's a little blonde, you can't really tell. So I'm just going with it, man. It's not, I'm having fun with it. I'm fortunate. I'm in New York. But I have a car in New York, and I'm able to get to New Jersey. I go down the Jersey Shore a lot, and having a car in New York City is like, it's like you're 17 again. Like people are like, he's got a car. It doesn't matter what kind of car. Like they just get excited that you have a car.
Right.
Yeah.
But you look good, and I'm glad that you're saving the environment by not washing anything.
I'm not washing anything. I'm still wearing it though.
It's so hot out, dude. I just go, especially like this week. I've been just going through so much clothes. By the end of the week, it's like 3 outfits a day. One to work out in, and the other one's just to sweat through. So it's just
Yeah, no, it's been crazy. Earlier this week, I had someone say, "Oh, good news, only 92 tomorrow." That was the relief. It's been like 95, 96, 97. They're like, only 92 degrees. Oh,
I like it, man. I enjoy the heat. I'm like, bring on the heat. Like I don't mind sweating. It's better than the winter for me. I'm a vitamin D guy. Bring on the sun. I need the sun. It's up my alley, man. It's just my.
I don't mind the sun. I just don't want to be standing on it. Right? I feel like sometimes this is awful.
You know what it is? I'm outside all the time for work, so I wear so many layers. And like, if you got an itch on your back, I'm like a bear trying to like rub it against poles, trying to fucking get an itch. So I am. When it comes to summer, it's just I don't have back issues because I wear so many layers and so much weight on me to stay warm during the summer. I'm able to just be free.
Right.
So, Speaking of work, I thought we'd like to show our audience at least a little bit of a taste of some of the things you do, because Jeff and Rob and I've talked. You probably know more famous people than anyone we know. Am I wrong?
I know a lot of them. A lot of them know. I've been around.
Well, I've seen your videos. They know who you are. That's the thing. They know who you are. So I want to show a video real quick. Some things I put together from your YouTube to show people what it is that you do. Lisa, and you can tell us more about it. And we're going to make Robert will have his shirt off when we come back, because I think The Rock makes an appearance, and I've yet to see Robert.
And is it?
Yeah, but I've yet to see Robert with his shirt on when The Rock's being discussed. So anyway, here we go. This is Adam Glyn on the street.
What is your purpose? When did you find it?
I found it after I got demoted from my first job in, I just signed this at the other place, right? When I got demoted from my first job in Baltimore, they just keep coming. How you been?
I've been good, babe. How you been, all right?
Good. So when I got demoted, listen, getting demoted, almost fired in Baltimore was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it gave me an opportunity figure out that I shouldn't have been doing news anyway. I should have been in the talk show. So everybody, listen.
Joe, so how is it like working with Kanye? How is he? Is the relationship? You know, how's it like working? How's it changed you as a person? You know?
You know what? Kanye's a great guy, and I enjoy meeting him, being his friend, and just he's so talented, and just you know, everything's great.
Yeah, and how's it changed you in your work? Is it just kind of working together and just collaborating? Or?
Yeah, I think he inspires me. He's an incredible, talented artist and just a genuine person, so he's very inspiring.
Adam, what's up, buddy?
How you doing? Nice
How you
shirt.
doing? Good to see you. Dude, when you get the shirts, when you cut the sleeves a little bit better, I want like your cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like
You got to cut them that way.
I know. Wait, one last thing.
Yeah.
Who is the next Rock, John Cena? Who in the WWE think will be the next big superstar?
Let's see. You know, I'm not quite too sure. I just know that a lot of guys obviously are working very hard. I spent a lot of time with Roman just now. I spent the past week with him, and we were talking about everybody who has potential and who doesn't. Personally, I like Drew McIntyre. I think he's got a great look, a great build, and especially as he continues to hone in on his craft and connect with the audience, which is always the most important thing. That's it.
I love it, my friend. With you.
See
Good
you,
to
man.
see you.
Good to see you.
Buddy, I got something for
Thank you, dude.
What's your best bombing experience ever? Your best bombing story? Every comic has one of those.
Went to a World Series. They wanted a comic to do the World Series in between innings.
Yeah.
And as soon as I stood on stage, they were actually throwing, heaving drinks at me. It just, get off stage, swearing at me. And the owner's gone, keep going. Come on, stretch a little bit. Almost got killed.
And what do you do? Do you just keep doing it? Do you address it?
Yeah, no, just do it, and hopefully the inning starts quickly, and then I can get out of it.
Kev, what is up, my dude?
Oh,
How
shit.
are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Wait, let me pause my music. Good to see you
Listen,
guys.
this movie you got coming right now, I'm
Yes, sir.
excited for this movie. I feel like
I'm excited.
This is your first dramatic role. How do you feel going into it right now?
I feel extremely well. Hey, what's up, big guy?
Oh my God.
How you doing, man? Tell everybody I'm real tall in person, okay?
He's
big guy.
He's super tall.
There you go.
He's
You
super
tell
tall.
all your
You
friends that.
gotta see his movie this weekend, right?
I'm gonna see you.
My God, what's your name?
My name is Edward.
Good to meet you, man. It's a pleasure.
How are you, sir?
How you doing? Happy New Year, brother.
You too, huh?
Which 2019? How was it for you?
It was good. It was short.
Yeah. What was the highlight of 2019?
I don't know, putting out a new album, going on tour, and you know, doing fun shit.
And what can we expect in 2020? What can we see from it?
Hopefully more of the same. You know, try to bust my ass and keep making music and have a good time.
I couldn't resist. Robert's got his shirt off. All right. I couldn't resist when Post Malone says, when you ask Post, what's going to happen in 2020? Oh, probably more than 70. He's wrong. He was way up.
It was good for him. He just did Joe Rogan, so yeah, he's off. He's having a good year. You know? That's good.
I loved with the Kevin Hart one. The camera started high and had to come down.
It's funny because that video itself, I forget because I've got Kevin so many times over the years, and one of those videos was huge. It was right after Kevin said he was not going to host the Oscars, and he pretty much said, and he came to New York and he was doing press for a movie, but the next day he was doing Good Morning America, and Good Morning America, they're really going to go down on him talking about the Oscars. And I got the interview the day before Good Morning America, so I beat out Good Morning America, The View, the Colbert, all those shows to that first interview with Kevin Hart, and it blew up for me and did very well. So that was really cool. But he's the man, dude. It's funny. I've been chasing around Kevin Hart in New York City for so long that, like, I was going for him when nobody else cared about him. Like, when he was doing Soul Plane, like, I was the only paparazzi journalist that was chasing him around and doing stuff with him. No one else was going for him.
Why?
And then, because he just wasn't a star then.
But why were you like this guy? Why did you?
I always like to go for the people that are cool, and he was just a great dude. He's always super cool. I like to go for guys. I like to go for people that are cool with it. I don't go for people that are not interested in it. Like, for instance, I don't go for Taylor Swift because she's not into it. But I go for people that play along, like some of those people that you saw in there. And I will say this, the bigger the star, the bigger they play along, the cooler they are. Oprah, as you saw in that video, awesome. Rock, awesome. Kevin Hart, awesome. And the bigger the celebrity, the cooler they are, especially for what I do, which is kind of raw, candid interviews on the street. So, I mean, honestly, and that's the cool part about it. Like, you know, to be able to interview some of these big people and not have a big network behind me and not have a big, you know, brand behind me. I'm just some kind of dude running around with the camera, just trying to like bulldoze my way to get these interviews. And from doing this for so long, these people start to embrace and give me, you know, a minute of their time. And because they give me a minute of their time, it is fucking incredible. But I'm also able to monetize it and also survive off it. So it's pretty cool.
That's amazing,
it's funny.
man.
It's funny that you said chasing around, because I a couple of times now have like gotten to see how exhilarating your job is. It is wild, man. First of all, for people that don't know Adam, he is the best guy. He looks out for everybody.
I remember, I will say this about Adam, because at your birthday party, Jeff, I'm sitting by myself, and this guy, when Adam's seen it, we've seen each other in clubs a few times, and he's nice. But he comes right up to me, how are you doing? And I'm like, I didn't know you very well, and you were just so engaging with, so that has to play over. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's just the kind of guy we're dealing with.
Cool. And he tried to help me a couple of times, and man, I basically had to do his job with him for a minute, and it was wild.
Well,
that's exhilarating. You have a super cool job. We did the Kelly Clarkson thing, which was really fun when you were still working with TMZ.
Yeah.
But then we did a bit with Wyclef and my guy VJ. You know, he plays in the band for our live shows, and I have never ran that much so fast in my life. I ran around Rockefeller Center back and forth at least 30 times before we finally got him.
It's, you know, it's a really, there's a lot of adrenaline and there's a rush to it. You know, it's exciting because you don't know, you know, these are not sit down interviews. I don't know what's going to happen. As you saw at the Kevin Hart interview, this little kid comes up and starts to steal him away from him. Like, dude, get the fuck away. Like, but that whole interview was Kevin Hart talking to a little kid. I would not be able to make money. And it's kind of like a whatever video. But that's the adrenaline part of it. That's the rush and the excitement about it. And what the other cool part about it is to get people I know, people I'm friends with, to meet the people they always wanted to meet. And, you know, and I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful. I get to meet the biggest people in the world. And sometimes I do get a little jaded because it's what I do every day. But what excites me is when I get to meet people in my world, in my life, and get them to meet the people they always want to meet. And that's what happened with Jeff. Jeff was a big Kelly Clarkson fan. I was like, Jeff, you know, listen, I remember Kelly Clarkson was going to be in New York. I knew where she was going to be. I called Jeff. I said, Jeff, come along, come meet Kelly Clarkson. He was able to sing for Kelly Clarkson. The video goes on TMZ. The video gets big, gets tons of views. They want Jeff as a guest on TMZ Live. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, where does Jeff get to sing for his idol, Kelly Clarkson? And then when I worked on my other project, Adam's Apple, which is kind of in development, I had Jeff come. I hit him up and said, "Hey, dude, you want to come sing on the street?" And he came and he sang duet with Wyclef Jean on the street. I mean,
I love him.
It's so cool, you know. And it's just that's one of the coolest parts is to get people in my world who wouldn't have the chance to meet these people and get to bring them a little bit closer to them and have a good interaction.
Yeah, Joel Osteen's one of my. I would want to see. That would have been the one I'd want to see because
Joel Osteen, really?
I was a preacher. That was what I did before. Yeah, I got into comedy later, but yeah, I spent the first 20 years of my life as a minister, and I went through a divorce, and then some people like, you know, they criticize Joel for whatever reason, in the Christian world, especially. But I'm like, you've never been like in the, you know, laying in the fetal position on the floor, holding an empty bottle of wine, crying, thinking that you're nothing but a son of a bitch and a bastard, and you need somebody to say, "Hey, God loves you," you know, it's all good, you know.
Well, I had
you're not a victim, you're a victor, you know, that kind of thing.
I got to meet Joel during a bunch of situations. The video you just saw was Joel. You know, Joel actually just said he was working with. This was recently, not too long ago, but
about a year and a half ago.
But he was doing something with Kanye West, and they were kind of doing these shows together a little bit. I got to meet Joel a bunch of times. The really cool thing is I got to become close with Tony Robbins.
Oh, really?
And Tony on the street was like, dude, you know what? Like, I knew who Tony Robbins was, but I didn't really know what he did. And Tony gave me tickets to one of his events. I got to go sit with his friends and family, and like I got to experience it, which is a very expensive ticket.
Sure.
And I got to experience it and become friends with him. And I mean, that's like if you're into this personal development, self-help kind of.
He's Zig Ziglar of this generation. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got to go to Tony. So I got to go to Tony Robbins event, and in my group was like people like Tim Ferriss, Julianne Hough, Derek Huff, Maria Menounos, like just like really coul people. And you know, it's just I'm very fortunate. Again, I've had some really incredible experiences while doing the job. Beyonce put me in a music video. I got to sing with a bunch of stars. I got to become friends with Shaq. You know, I mean, it's just the things have become it's kind of crazy what it is. And the cool part is it's kind of just, it's cool to go to sleep at night knowing you did it by yourself, you know, and, you know, it's hard. I mean, it's very difficult, you know, but by being persistent, by being, you know, just kind of doing the work, it's kind of just led to people, and people seeing the value. And now it's, I'm able to have fun, you know.
They all seem
awesome, man. Well, you're such a genuine dude, and I think that really helps, because I think that carries through the fact that you actually appreciate what you're doing and you appreciate meeting these people and you enjoy the experiences. That's contagious. Like, if you're approaching them with an excited energy, then they're going to be more excited. They're going to want to engage. They're going to want to give you a good interview back. And I think that's something that I say it's a little different in how you do it than some of like the other paparazzi you'll see where it's very gotcha. So you just seem like, hey, you do cool things. What's going on?
I kind of, you know, it's one of those things I tell people. I kind of, you know, some of these people I just meet on the fly, and I have to kind of hit on them. I hit on guys, I hit on girls. I have to charm them into talking to me, and their publicist is like trying to pull them away from me. I'm like, no, yo, get over it. Like, it's fine. I don't go through the publicist. I go right to them. Like, my relationship's not with, my relationship is not with some of these celebrities' publicists. My relationship is with them, you know, and they know after the years that I'm not there to screw them over. I'm there to be cool with them, and I'm there just to have a great soundbite, and they know I'm not going to be bad to them. And honestly, the people I go for usually I'm a fan of, you know, because I can't really bullshit if I'm not a fan of them. So the people I usually go for are people I generally like, and just have, you know, I feel like a lot of times why these interviews are so good, and I'm not tooting my own horn, it's just the difference of it really is, you know, when you do the Today Show, when you do Live with Kelly, when you do Colbert, you're performing. The lights are on you, the camera's on you, your makeup's on you. You feel like you're performing. But when it's me, it's just me holding a camera on the street. And sometimes you forget that I'm even filming. You feel like it's a general conversation. And I think that's what makes the interviews different. Like, it's raw, it's more fun. And sometimes the people get to open up a little bit because, again, they're not performing. It's,
and I saw a lot. There are a lot of times I noticed two things. Number one, you always have the guy beside the celebrity wondering what's going to happen. There's always that person like, okay, do I have to protect, you know, my celebrity? And then the other thing is that there have been times in those videos where you would say one more thing, and they would always turn around with a smile. Yeah, what do you have? You know what I mean? Like, they're in a hurry, they're going somewhere, but they turn around then and they actually engage.
Yeah, again, listen, this is how I monetize it. Just because I'm able to get some on camera, and when I mean monetize it, usually what I do is now that I'm no longer at TMZ, I license these interviews, but I still own all the rights to it. But listen, I gotta live, I gotta eat, so I usually give it to networks like Access Hollywood, Extra, Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, Daily Mail, so they kind of license my interviews, and it's just like, you know, I'm trying to butter them, you know, not butter them, but it's like, hey, I'm not trying to boom, 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 and make you feel overwhelmed. It's like, yo, what up, my dude? How are you? What's going on? Yo, listen, let me ask you something. And then it's just kind of like, take down that shield that they're wearing, calm everyone down, and just know that I'm there. You know, like, I'm not trying to listen. I'm usually not going for people that are in scandals. You know, that's usually not my thing. Right. I mean, listen, sometimes it happens, but usually I try to stay away from that stuff. I want to be the guy that you get excited to see, you know, and then fortunately, you know, a lot of these videos, they get more views than they do when they do Live with Kelly. You know, I do the videos for the internet. You know, these videos, their interviews are for TV. So fortunately, like, they're able to see the interview, and they're like, oh man, that's my guy. You know, they see me, you know, I'll get someone else. I'm like, yo, I just saw you in Beyonce's music video. Like, you know, they get excited for me. And again, I'm appreciative of them. And I always, a lot of times I always try to do this. I turn the camera off that you don't see. As soon as I turn the camera off, I try to tell them off camera. I say, listen, thank you so much. Because you gave me 45 seconds of your time or 5 minutes of your time, I'm able to pay for health insurance. And I think I want them to know that and feel that I'm very appreciative. I'm not just someone trying to squeeze it too much juice out and make it feel gross. I let them know I'm very appreciative of the time. Because they gave me their time, I'm able to pay my bills, pay for my health insurance to survive eventually. And I'm not also there to fuck them over.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome, man.
You treat them as people. That's really, really good.
Yeah, man. It's weird. I mean, I've been around a lot of these people, and it's like, just hang with them, you know? Like, it's, you know, I'm friends with David Spade. Name drop. But
so Shaq wasn't a name drop. I don't want to brag, but I know David Spade. Okay,
hey, don't name drop. Obama told me that.
It's so. I got to become friends, and one time I was talking to Spade, and he's become really close where I could open up to him a little bit because I'm very curious about his world and like what goes on and how his views are with how he deals with everything, you know, and how like break down Hollywood. And I said to him one day, he said to me one day, he goes, you know why I like you?
Did Adam just freeze?
We'll never know why David Spade likes Adam Glyn.
I thought he was joking for a minute, and then I was like,
Right,
oh, no.
right. Is this a bit?
If this is a bit, he wins. He wins very good life. We don't need to do any more of them.
Right. Well, viewers, if before we get the answer, please write in and guess why David Spade likes Adam.
That is, if he planned that, then he's a genius. This guy.
I haven't seen him in a minute, but I'm sad I didn't get to let him know I need him in his car. I forgot he had one.
All right. Well, Adam is gone.
Oh, no, that's it.
He's gone for real. Robert, I got a special guest for you. I'm going to bring this special guest in, so I need you to put your shirt on. While you put your shirt on, I'm going to play on Monday. My new comedy special, Stand Up Was Fun, is available through my website, through the Very Good Comedy Show website. There he is. He's back.
Oh, he's back. Why did David Spade? I just flexed the
It
whole
froze.
time while you were away.
You know what? David Spade told me this is why he likes me, and then you froze, and that was it. I'm like, if he
Did I pre-turn on that stuff?
Yeah, you froze like at that moment.
Why? Why does David Spade like?
So he said to me, he goes, listen, he goes, every single day someone comes out to me and asks me for something. They ask me for an autograph. They ask me for a photo. They ask me to put me in their movie. They ask me for money for their company. They ask me for this. And I get it, you know, like they're used to everyone asking. And I try to come with a way of giving value. How can I give to you? You know, and if you come in a way of giving to people, like, hey, Spade, let me do this interview so I can promote your movie. Where it's like, yeah, you're giving me your time, but I'm trying to promote your stuff or control the narrative a little bit of what your agenda is right now. I could push it out there and promote you. And, you know, that's what I try to approach everything. I try 9 out of 10 people will give back to you if you give to them. And that's what I try to do. I try to provide value. You know, I try to be the best person I could be. It's not always easy, but I come from instead of chasing money, I try to chase value. And, you know, hey, listen, here's, you know, Kevin Hart trying to promote a movie. Dude, let me help you promote your movie. Give me this interview real quick. I'm going to put it on the internet and just put it out there. And I guarantee I'll get you fucking clicks and views on it. So, you know, that's the way I try to approach everything. How can I give value rather than instead of expecting something, give. And I'm able to fill. That's my Tony Robbins. That's what I learned.
Wonderful, man. Hey, we've got to move along, but it's been great having you, Adam. We can't wait to see you in person.
Right,
Adam, great seeing you, man. Another genuine great guy.
See you guys soon, man.
You missed it, but I just told him I forgot you have a car. So I might have to
After the whole offer value, can Jeff get something from you?
Speaking of wanting something for people, Jeff needs you to make him something.
I need a ride Tuesday.
All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you.
All right.
All right. Peace, man.
Bye-bye. All right.
I'll put a shirt.
Put your shirt on, and we're going to now see the preview of my stand-up comedy special. At least a little clip from my stand-up comedy special. Stand-up was fun. And then we'll bring in our next guest, a surprise for Robert.